Hey, what's going on? Butch Tarot here. So, got another deck today. So I'm going to do an unboxing of this. The WILDWOOD Tarot. So let's see what we got here. It's a little different than usual. Comes with a pretty big book here. Pretty much describes all the cards. Has a little background. Also, you have a little bit of difference with this deck. Usually in most decks the major arcana are different, but the rest are the same. But in this deck everything's kind of different. Like, for instance, in this deck wands are bows, and arrows is air, water is vessels, and earth is stones. But it has like most books, they have got some different layouts and stuff. But a little bit of background history on the WILDWOOD Tarot. It's a little more earthy of a book, but I really actually seen somebody using it. So, but it has like different spreads that you can use, like the bow spread. But it's pretty good. Like it's got the hermit on the front, but it's a little different. Like I said, I like to have different decks, try out new things. What we got here, and they separate them. So look at that. So let's get right into what we got here. So yeah, like it's a little different. Like this is the back. Really good illustration. I really like that about cards. I mean, I had the Celtic deck, which was the last deck I unboxed. I really like that, but this one is pretty cool too. So for instance, we got the Wanderer, which is the Fool. We got the Shaman, Magician. The Seer is the High Priestess. The Green Woman is the Empress. The Green Man is the Emperor. The Ancestor is the Hierophant. The Forest Lovers, which is the Lovers card. The Chariot in this deck is the Archer. Strength card is the Stag. The Hermit in this deck is the Hooded Man. The Wheel of Fortune in this deck is the Wheel. Woodward, that's the Justice card. Mirror, which is the Hangman. The Journey, the Death card. We get Balance, which is Temperance. We got the Guardian, which is the Devil. The Blasted Oak, the Tower card. Polar Star, Star card. Moon on Water, Moon. Sun of Life, Sun card. Then we have the Great Bear, which is the Judgment card, and the World Tree, which is the World card. So that's the major arcana for this deck. And all the court cards are pretty cool too. Like most of them are based around animals. Like I said, the kingfisher, king of arrows. The swan is the queen of arrows. The knight of arrows is the hawk. Page of arrows is the wren. Ace of arrows is the breath of light. The two of arrows is injustice. Three of arrows is jealousy. Four of arrows is rest. Five of arrows is frustration. Six of arrows is transition. Seven of arrows is insecurity. The eight of arrows is struggle. Nine of arrows is dedication. 10 of arrows is instruction. King of bows is adder. Queen of bows is the hare. The knight of bows is the fox. The page of bows is the stout. Ace of bows is spark of life. The two of bows is decision. Three of bows is fulfillment. Four of bows is celebration. Five of bows is empowerment. Six of bows is abundance. Seven of bows is clearance. Eight of bows is Heartfire. Nine of bows is respect. 10 of bows is responsibility. The king of stones is the wolf. Queen of stones is the bear. Knight of stones is the horse. Page of stones is the lynx. Ace of stones is the foundation of life. Two of stones is challenge. Three of stones is creativity. Four stones is protection. Five of stones is endurance. Six of stones is exploitation. Seven of stones is healing. Eight of stones is skill. Nine of stones is tradition. 10 of stones is home. Now to the vessels. King of vessels is the heron. Queen of vessels is the salmon. Knight of vessels is the eel. Page of vessels is the otter. Ace of vessels is the water of life. Two of vessels is attraction. Three of vessels is joy. Four of vessels is boredom. Five of vessels is ecstasy. Six of vessels is reunion. Seven of vessels is mourning. Eight of vessels is rebirth. Nine of vessels is generosity. And the 10 of vessels is happiness. So yeah, like I said, it's really a lot of really cool designs. Something a little different. I always like the artwork. Like, I mean, when you really look at these things, like, it's different, but there's a lot of detail to the pictures. Like, I've been really enjoying getting to know this deck. Using it for readings coming up. But like I said, it's always nice to explore new decks, get a feeling for them. But yeah, this one is by Mark Ryan and John Matthews. So it's definitely something worth checking out. But yeah, like I said, most people that are in tarot like to dabble in different cards and just kind of get a feel for them. You know, I have multiple decks. A lot of them I like. I mean, I haven't really found too many decks I don't like. I know I have purchased a Gilded Tarot. I didn't like it, mostly because of the fact that it's mostly because of the fact that it's a lot of border. I like cards that aren't so, like, I don't like the borders. I like to have more picture than border. The Gilded Tarot, it's just, I find it's a lot less picture because it's got such a big border around it. A lot of people cut their cards. I don't really do that. But yeah, the WILDWOOD Tarot, I haven't used it in a reading yet. When I read it, I'll give another review on it, just to let you know how I like it. So far, I like to, I get a good feel from it. I've went through it. Every deck is, I always suggest to get, when you get a new deck, just to get familiar with it, see how it vibes with you. So far, my favorite deck is still the the Celtic Tarot. I have that one here. Yeah, this one here. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I like it as much as I do. I mean, the pictures are really nice. It's a really nice deck. It's really easy to use. There's no borders at all in this one. It's all picture. I just really like it. I mean, it talks to me. And that's what you want as a tarot reader, or somebody that just likes tarot in general. You want the deck that talks to you. And that's been my favorite. But I have the Wild Unknown, Witch's Tarot. Obviously, your basic, your Rider. I mean, that's a good deck. I really like that deck. It's basic, but it's also traditional. Yeah, the Witch's Tarot, I have that one. Gilded Tarot, the Good Tarot, I have that. I'll actually be doing, I actually got, I'll be doing a review on the Light Seers deck. I just got that recently too as well. But I always like getting new decks. I like to explore. The Wild Unknown is probably one of my favorites as well. It's probably my top 3. That one there, it was probably the hardest deck I had to learn. So if you want a really easy deck, the easiest deck that I can tell you to read is this one. It's a good beginner deck. It's also good for people that have been doing it for a while. I mean, it's your classic cards. But yeah, like, I like to branch out and see new decks, and really, I like doing these videos. So I have a couple more decks coming to me. I have about 11 decks now. I just like to keep building. If you like this, I had another video recently where I did the Celtic Tarot. That's a really good deck. Like I said, that's probably my favorite so far. But if you like this video, check that out. So this is the deck. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you are interested in buying this deck, I know I got mine on Amazon. That's where I usually get my decks. Sometimes for more specific decks, certain decks it's harder to get, but it's Amazon's like probably one of the easiest places to get, and they're really fast to ship to you. They're really good. So yeah, that's what I have. Hope you like that. Thanks for watching.